Hey everyone, it's Kendell Lenice and welcome to Kendell Lenice Live. I'm so honored and happy to do this show. I'm so joyous to do this show. Why? Because I have Ahisha Kalima. She goes by the Joy Inspirer, and that she is. I'm telling you, if you see her come across your social media feed, you will not be able to scroll past it. You will have to stop to see what she has to say, because you know how people say they bring the thunder. She brings the joy. She brings the light. Every time I see her on social media, she just does something to my spirit. She was on my show, the interview series, Kendell Lenice Live presents the interview, INNER, talking about the work that we've done as people, and particularly her. She was the guest. And people loved that show. People were inspired by that show, and they were inspired by her. So now today is her 50th birthday, and she's out of the country, and she's coming on to inspire you some more. She's going to talk about what she's learned, what she experienced throughout this last year, and what she manifests. She was looking for joy then. Now she's found it, and she wants to maintain the joy and teach others to do so. So we're going to have the Joy Inspirer on in just a moment. Well, hello.
Hello, how are you, Kendell?
Look at you, Ahisha. I'm going to call you the Joy Inspirer. This is Ahisha.
I love it.
We are South Jersey girls. Her birthday is today. My birthday is tomorrow. So we definitely connect. But today is all about Ahisha, and she is I'll let her tell you where she is. But she wants to look at her face already. It's joyous already. But she is out of the country spending her 50th birthday. 50 where? Like they say. Look at her. She
Every bit of 50.
Right. She is living her best life, which I absolutely love to see. Welcome to Kendell Lenice Live, my girl.
Thank you for having me, Kendell. I'm so excited to be here again. I can't believe it's been a year, an amazing year, but it has been a year. How are you?
I am well. This is my birthday eve, so just June makes me joyful anyway, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
As soon as June hits, it's like, yes, you get a little extra pep in your step. But tell the people where you are, my dear.
I am currently in Cancun, Mexico. My first time ever. I'm so excited. I've always wanted to be here, and it is absolutely beautiful. I wish I could have filmed this outside, but it is way too hot and way too noisy, but you guys kind of get the feel of it. I'm in a tropical place, and I'm having a ball.
Because you were on the deck.
Yes, I am.
And I was going to try to get out there remember, Ahisha, I was going to try to get out there with you, but I didn't have enough time to prepare. So we definitely have to go back together or go somewhere together. We were already planning
Absolutely.
that. So last year, it's been a year. Like that year flew by.
Yeah. Yes, so it did.
Let's talk about that for a moment. What did you think about the response that your video got? Because people were feeling you immensely. They felt
I was so surprised. And when I say surprised, I don't mean surprised as like surprised that people resonated with me. I was surprised at who resonated with me and how many people were in the same place I was. Sometimes we can feel so isolated in what we're going through until you realize that nobody's an island. We're all going through things. And that was an awareness for me last year, that I'm learning things and doing things that other people want to know too.
Yeah. I want you to your top of your head is cut off just a bit, and I want people to get all of you. Yep, there you go.
How's that? Okay.
To get all of you. So what was the biggest lesson that you learned from last year to now as you are 50 years old and through that journey to get here?
Right. Well, last year I mentioned that I had broken up with myself. So this year was about rebuilding a relationship with myself. And so the biggest lesson that I learned is that you have truly got to develop a loving relationship with yourself. That is the key to all of it. It really is. There is nothing else that matters but the relationship that you have with yourself, first and foremost.
Yeah. And how did you find that? How did you even understand or realize, you know what? I'm sick of myself. It's time to do something else and to fall in love with myself. I don't even want to say again, was there ever a time where you were in love with yourself and you had to just fall? Or is this the first time that you are officially in love with
Right.
yourself?
So it's like with any relationship, right? Like if you're going through relationship issues, you want to go get some counseling. You want to go get some help, someone to coach you through, like, how do we fix this, right? So I had that same epiphany with myself. Like, you need some help. You need some direction on how to get to that happiness. And so when you guys met me last year, that's where I was. I was already doing things and learning things to get to that happiness. And so that was the bottom line, understanding that it wasn't just like looking in the mirror and go, I really love you, Ahisha. No, it was so much more than that. It was addressing things from the past and letting them go. It was being intentional about my happiness. It was truly looking inside myself and saying, being honest with myself. And I find, that that's what we all are. Is sometimes people really want to know, how do I get there, but have no idea how to get started and where to get started. And so that was the biggest lesson that I learned, is like, go after it, seek out knowledge, learn what you can. When you meet someone that resonates with you, that is doing things that are what you want to do, then you want to go for that. You want to follow that. You want to say, hey, can you help me? How do I get to where you are?
That's right.
Don't be afraid to say, I need some help. I need a coach. I need a therapist. I need a friend. I need somebody to help me get there. It's okay to do that.
Yeah.
That was another lesson I learned too.
Yeah. And you talked about, and in the opening, I talked about you finding it and keeping it. And we talked about this before the show. You said at that point you were trying to find it, and now you found it and you're trying to keep it. So let's talk about that. And then also how you manifested this last year that you have. I think it's so powerful. When you put that video up and you had made it to Cancun and you were talking about everything that you wanted, and did you manifest it in this last year? You got it. Let's talk about that a little bit. How are you keeping the joy, and what have you manifested over this last year?
Right. Well, keeping the joy, because that's the real secret, right? Everybody has felt moments of happiness. Like, I was happy for this and I was happy for that, but it's the in-between when life still comes, right? And so keeping the happiness became my focus. And that's when the journaling, like I talked about last year, marking down the things that, when you're feeling happy, mark that down. Make lists of the things that make you happy. These are just some of the things that I've tried. Making lists of things that make you happy. When you're going through your contrast and you're going through your struggle, you're able to go back to that. The other part was also that so significant to be in love with yourself, because when you're in love with yourself, you see the world differently. You don't see it from the way that you do when you don't love yourself, because when you don't love yourself, you see everybody in the way that you see yourself. So if you see yourself as ugly, the world kind of looks ugly to you. If you see yourself as unlucky, unloved, all of that, poor, broke, all the mentalities that can stop you from moving forward, that's a part of what stops it. That's a part of what stops your manifesting and your abundance happening. But it's not easy. And I don't want anyone to think that because I'm always so happy, because I am, that's the truth. I am always happy. But I wasn't always happy. And I had to be very intentional about my happiness. We are so intentional about our jobs. We are so intentional about our children. We are so intentional sometimes about the food we eat, but we are not intentional about ourselves. We do not take the time to truly care about ourselves and love ourselves and take time. Last year, that's what I talked about, the fact that I was sacrificing myself for others. I don't do that anymore. This year, I manifested everything that I wanted in my life because I truly believed in it. I truly 100% believed that I could have it, and I went after it. And I want to share with the world that you can go after everything you want.
Name a couple of things so they really understand.
Right. So a couple things that I did. One, let's start with the journaling. I know that might seem like, oh, everybody's journaling. Everybody's doing it, right? But the journaling made me aware of myself. It gave me something to focus on. It gave me something to look at. And I don't just mean journaling like I'm writing things down. No, I did journals that guided me. I did inspirational things. I went to teachers that were doing what I wanted to do. I hired a coach for myself so that I could be in the direction of that. Now I've become a coach and I'm ready to teach people how to do that. I want you guys to learn how to let go and enjoy life. Like there's so many, like right now I can list so many things. Like there's so many things. Like for instance, dealing with my family, being open and honest with myself.
I can't see your face.
Sorry.
I just want to make sure. No, you're good. I just want people
being
to
open and honest with myself about my shortcomings. Like, there's be a time when I was around my family and they might say something that would hurt my feelings and I would close off. But now I look inside myself and ask myself the questions, why did that hurt me? Why did that trouble me? Why did that make me feel insecure?
Yeah.
Sometimes we get so mad at other people and what they're doing that we never look inside ourselves and say, why did that make me feel the way it made me feel?
Yeah.
We get in an argument with somebody and we want to sit there and go, they should have done this and they should have said this, and they should have done this, instead of looking at ourselves and saying, what can I have done differently?
Yeah.
And what am I learning about myself?
Yeah. Yeah.
Most important thing. The other thing was actually looking for things that made me happy. That's the biggest thing. That is the biggest thing, looking for things that made me happy. Like, for example, going out in nature. You might say, I don't like nature, right? But I went out there anyway just to see what could inspire me. I saw so many beautiful things. Talking to people, strangers. You'd be amazed at what a stranger could show you and teach you and open up to you. Being open to what the universe had to offer to me. Not being afraid of my past, not looking at myself and judging myself. Those are all the things that I had to learn how to do. How to speak differently.
Yeah.
How to speak blessings onto myself instead of saying, I really want to travel, but I don't have the money. Yeah. I really want to start a business, but I don't know how. Yeah. Like, get the butt out of your life.
Come on, get the butt. Wait.
Out of your life.
Get the butt out of your life.
Out of your life. There are no butts.
Wait a minute. Put that in the comments. Get the butts out of your life.
Out of your life.
Drop them in the comments because that's so important. That's good, Ahisha. That's good.
The butts are holding you back, right? Because every time you want to do something, you might say, well, I'm going to do this, or I desire this, or I want to move this way. And then you sit there and make a whole list of all the ways it cannot happen. I started making lists of the ways that it could happen. Like, instead of me figuring out, I would say this. Like, let's say, for instance, I say, I want to travel to Cancun, Mexico, right? But my bank account doesn't show it. Instead of me writing down that my bank account doesn't show it, I write down things like, the universe could have somebody bless me with the money. I could hit the lottery. I could get a new job. I work for a job that has commission. I might make that big sale. I'm always thinking of how it can happen instead of why it can't happen.
That's good.
And when you are focused on the solutions happen. When you are focused on the problems keep happening.
The law of attraction. That's the law of attraction.
That intentional mindset, Kendell. Being intentional about your joy.
Yeah.
Here's the main thing that I did.
You said so many powerful things in that moment. I just want to make sure everyone catches it. If you didn't catch it and you're watching,
I had a hard time hearing you.
No, you're fine. If you didn't catch what Ahisha is saying and you're watching live, don't forget to watch the recording, because this is live now, but it will be up on YouTube. So definitely check that out again, because that was powerful. She said she had a lot of wants on her list, right? She wanted to go to Cancun, but if her bank account didn't say, you can go to Cancun, she said, instead of harping and moaning and groaning about what she couldn't do, she didn't have the money. She's like, maybe I'll be blessed with it. Maybe I'll hit the lottery. Maybe this. And then she focused on that and she manifests. You see where she is right now, right? She's in Mexico.
In Mexico.
Catch that because it's so important, because a lot of people don't focus on the blessings or focus on the positive. They focus on what they don't have in all areas of life. So I appreciate you saying that for our viewers, for sure.
And let me do something a little more difficult, because maybe somebody's saying, well, travel is not what I want to do. Ahisha, I'm dealing with something that's so much more intense than that. I lost a loved one.
Mm-hmm.
The pandemic just happened, right? All of us are out there suffering from loss that is so much greater. Forget traveling, right? Forget the money. None of that matters to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same concept. Like you might say, well, I lost my mother. You know, I can't get over that. That right there says you're never going to get over it. Even on something as heavy as that, you still have to be intentional about where you want to be in that. I'm hurting. Let me show you a different way to use but. I'm hurting, but I love this person. I know they're at peace. I know they're in a better place. You know, it's looking for the positive things. I know that I can still connect with them. I know I got a chance to experience their love and their joy and their life. You know, it's how you look at things that makes all the difference in the world. I know you are hurting. I know you're going through things. I know that life is going on around you. I do not live in a fantasy world. But there are things that work, that are tried and true, that cause you to purposefully manifest things in your life, being intentional about everything you do.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes.
Everything.
Intentional living. It's not even about what you're talking about. It's not even about if you want the house, if you want the man or woman, if you want the this. It's just intentional living. So when you wake up that day, you set your intentions for that day. If you want something, you set your intentions for that.
For that day.
That's the law of attraction. That's manifesting. Like, what do you want? Like, you can ask somebody all day long what they want. They won't be able to tell you, but they'll tell you what they don't want. And then that's why they keep more of what they don't want.
Easily. That's the focus right there, right? So when I say changing the mindset and changing the speech, right? Like with my clients, when I talk to them, I interrupt them when they go down that way. Because how you speak makes all the difference. Like if you say to yourself, you know, if you say, I'm going to, you know, do something. And like you just said, Kendell, but you get in your own way of how you perceive it, right? Because we're so used to things not working. We're so used to that. So it's easy to say that. It's easy to say, like you said, I asked somebody, what do you want? I was this person. What do you want? I know I don't want this. I know I don't want that. I know I don't want this. I know I don't want that. And all of your energy goes toward what you don't want. When you say, I do want, I do want, I do want, I do desire, I am going to have, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, it immediately changes direction for you. It is all about how you think and how you feel. But here's the one thing that made all the difference for me. It's one statement. I dared to live differently every day.
Come on.
I dared to get out of my box.
Yes.
I dared to try things.
Yes.
I dared to challenge the universe and the law of attraction. Oh, that's supposed to work? Then I'm going to do it. I'm going to see if it works. If you say, if I speak this way, I'll get what I want, then I'm going to try it. If you say that if I write this down, then I'm going to try it. If you say that if I'm my point of attraction and I want to attract love and I'm love and I'm peace and I'm joy, then it'll come to me. I'm going to try it. And that's where I found myself. I'm going to try it. I'm going to be intentional. I'm going to write down what I want. I'm going to say what I want. I'm going to speak my dreams aloud.
And
that's what I did.
Powerful. It's so powerful.
And I want to show people who are listening right now who say, Ahisha, I need some help. I want to be happy. I want to feel joy. And I want to experience abundance in every way, that I'm challenging you right now to dare to live differently every single day. And all you got to do is give me a call. I'll inspire you. I'll show you how to do it. You can reach me on Instagram at the Joy Inspirer. You can reach me on Facebook at Ahisha Kalima. You can reach me on TikTok at the Joy Inspirer. I'm here to inspire you. Sometimes people cannot think of what to do. Like, Ahisha, I know I want to change. I know I want joy, but I just can't think of what to do.
And
I'm
think
here.
about that though. Think about how you were doing it and you turn what you naturally do into coaching now, because
Yes,
you weren't doing that last year.
I
So
was
but you
not.
wanted to do that and you were doing it naturally, but
Absolutely.
you,
Yeah.
you were doing it just by showing them and living. And now you've turned that into, I'm so proud of you for somebody that's been coaching 20 years. I run into coaches all the time, and some coaches, how do I want to say it? If there's a joy inspirer and they're like, I can show you how to make joy. I can show you how to have joy. It's like, but you don't look joyous. Who is going to buy that from
Right.
you? You
Yeah.
look mean. You are angry. You're on social media talking about every negative subject you can think of. You are in people's comments, reading them to filth. But you becoming a coach and saying, I'm the joy inspirer, and all you do is radiate joy, somebody's going to be like that movie. I'll have what she's having.
I'll have some of what she's having. Yeah,
I'll have what
absolutely.
she's having, because you radiate it. Now, anybody that follows Ahisha on social media, you will see it. Whether she's outside, whether she's in the car, whether she's in the house, whatever she's doing, she has this ball of energy and this infectious spirit that just radiates from her. I'm telling you, I was up on my phone like 2:30 in the morning, and you were in Mexico, and you were like, it's officially, and I saw that last night or this morning, and I was like, it just gave me something.
Right.
And you already know I'm a happy, joyous person also, and that still affected me. So I'm saying all that to say, even if you're happy right now, even if you feel like you are in the joyous space, and the way that you want to be, you can always be a little happier. You can always be filled with
Yeah.
more joy. So
Yeah.
just the joy inspire, it doesn't mean, well, I'm not joyous, so let me get a coach to do that. It's for
Right.
everybody, right? Because
Absolutely. For
everybody can have
everybody.
more joy in their lives, correct?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. One of the things that when you do decide that you want to be a coach, right? You're wondering, who am I supposed to, who am I reaching? And I realize that when it comes to joy, all people want to be happy.
Yeah.
What it boils down to is who's ready?
Yeah.
Who's ready to make the leap? Who's ready to dare to live differently?
Come on.
Who's ready? That's all it comes down to.
Yeah.
I know that there are people who are hearing my voice right now saying, I'm ready. When she said dare, she was talking to me. Like, I want to know, what did you do? I want to know, how can you help me? I want to know. There are some of you who are already joyous, but want to take it to the next level.
That's right.
I'm here to inspire you. What
Yeah.
does it mean for me to inspire you? It means that I'm here to be the spark of joy that ignites you, the flame, that starts the fire, that feeds the blaze, that spreads out into every area of your life until you feel joy in every aspect.
Yeah.
And then you can be the spark too.
Woo! That was a
You
great
can get to
analogy.
that day of everyday joy. I feel it, and every person you come into contact is sparked by joy. I walk up on people on the streets to inspire them. I am here to inspire you. I am here to inspire you to have great ideas, about yourself, about your life, about your business, about your joy.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
need,
you can be inspired to be joyful.
Oh, what if you get that person? Well, I don't need all that joy. You too hype and you smile all the time. I don't need that joy. What would
You know what I say to that person? You want joy. It doesn't have to be on the level that I am. I am a rah-rah kind of person. But you might be the kind of person that says, I'm happy today. That's all that matters. It's what you want for joy. Yeah. I'm not here just to be the rah-rah. I am here to honestly inspire you to be the person that you want to be.
Yeah.
You don't have to be the cheerleader like me. You don't have to be the rah-rah. You don't have to be the person that's ha, ha, ha. We all have our own level of joy.
Come on.
You are the person who looks inside yourself and says, am I happy right now today? And if your answer is no, you need to call me. Woo! You need to reach out to me. If your answer is yes, but I want some more, then then you need to call me. You need to
Yeah.
reach out.
Yeah.
If you are at that place that you feel like joy is not possible for me, you need to reach out and you need to call me. If you
love
know a loved one who's hurting, they need to call me.
Yeah.
I
I
am
love
here for those who just want more joy. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter where you are in this life. If you want more joy,
Yeah.
I'm here for you. I'm here to
Yeah.
inspire you. I'm here to spark you. I'm here to help you put a smile on your face every single day in every single way.
I love that.
I'm the person for you. I'm the
I
Joy
love
Inspirer.
She's the one because you've heard it a million times before. Happiness is situational. You can be happy
Absolutely.
that you got the house, or happy that you got the job, happy that you got the car, happy that you got the marriage, happy that and then when those things fade or they're no longer a novelty, then you're not happy anymore. But joy is something that fills your spirit no matter what's
No matter
happening.
what.
You're able to radiate this joy where people are like, well, your dog just died. Why are you joyous?
Right.
Because I know that I had him for 7 years. It's about how you
Perspective.
think of it, right? The whole perspective of it, which is one of my favorite words, perspective, because it can change just like that. It can transform your mindset without even really thinking about it if you have the right perspective on what you're looking at. And that's the thing.
Absolutely.
So you can have joy even in the hardest of times because you have that attitude, mindset that it's not going to be hard for this long. I'm not going to
Absolutely.
always go through this. This will change at some point. I'll be able to transform my thinking, which will transform my money, which will transform how I look at things. And it's a domino effect, right?
Effect.
Right,
Yes,
Ahisha?
absolutely. Absolutely. It's a domino effect.
Yeah.
It's like it snowballs, right? It just starts and it rolls and it rolls and it rolls and it rolls.
Yeah.
And as your ball of joy gets bigger, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
But it's okay if you start with tiny. You can start there.
Yeah.
You don't have to have all these things. You don't have to have the house and the car and the this and the that and the that and that and that and all those lists. Those things come with the joy. Those things come because you become so confident in your joy that you just ask for stuff and know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
The manifestations are not the goal. The manifestations are what happens because of the goal. The goal is to get to happiness, to get to joy. Everything else happens on its own. I didn't go to the universe and say, I just want to travel. I want money. I want this. I want that. You know what I went to the universe and said? I want to love me. I want to heal the relationships with my family. I want my son, who hadn't spoken to me in 3 years. I want him to be excited to call his mother. You can have the same thing.
Is he in Cancun? Is he in Cancun with you right now?
You better believe it. You'll see the videos later. Acting all wild out with his mommy.
Right, but I knew that, and I wanted people to understand that. That's why I asked you that, because she has not spoken to her son. Didn't speak to her for 3 years. And on her 50th day, he is in Cancun with them.
In Cancun, and we didn't make up this year. You know what I'm saying? We started that. He was on that joy voyage right along with me. And when we came together, we began to manifest some more joyful things together. And I am ready to share those things with you. And it's not just, like in the past year, everybody's been seeing me joyful. But what you don't know is that I have been through some things. I have lost both of my parents. I have been homeless and lived in a car. I have had 13 surgeries. I know about emotional, physical, mental pain. I don't want you to think that I just woke up happy one day and I think the world is just supposed to be happy. There are things that you can do that will help you, but you have to dare to live differently. You have to think outside of your box. You have to say, what hasn't been working for me for whatever many years, whether you're 20 years old or 70 years old, whatever has not been working for you, you have to not be afraid to try something different.
Come on.
That's the key. You got to think out of the box.
Yeah.
You got to be truthful with yourself and say, this that I'm doing today is not working for my tomorrow.
Come on.
It is not working for my tomorrow. And I want Ahisha to help me work on my tomorrow.
Work on your tomorrow.
Work on my tomorrow.
Be better today. Be better today and work on your tomorrow.
That's right. Yesterday is gone. Today is happening right now. And this is where all your power lies, right now and today.
Yep.
What you decide today. If you say to yourself, well, I'm not ready, I'll put it off. I got so much on my plate. I'm dealing with it. There's no way I can get over this loss. I lost my husband. There's nothing she can say to help me get over that. And that's where you'll always be. But if you say, I know that I can feel differently. I know that I can be happy. I know that there are things that I desire, and I'm watching everybody else get what they want. And why can't I get what I want? You can have it. You can get what you want. And I'm here to help you get out of your own way.
Thank you. So we're going to play our 5 minutes of our 5-minute game as we wind down, and then you can go on back to your sunshine, because it doesn't have to be sunshine. You're going to bring the sunshine.
A rainy day, a thunderstorm. I don't care what's going on. And I mean that emotionally and physically and for real, like whether it's raining outside or raining in my heart, whatever's going on. And I want to say that too, right before we go to the questions, that's really important. It's not just about the smiling, like we said. Sometimes it rains in my heart, but I'm in a place now where I look at that rain and go, what am I supposed to learn from this rain?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to get out of it? I'm here for 2 reasons in this life: to have fun and gain clarity. And if I'm blessed, I will do both at the very same time. And you can too.
Come on. All right. So we're going to go on to our game. But before we do that, tell the people again how they can connect with you. Then we're going to play the game. And then we're going to say goodbye to Ahisha, the Joy Inspirer, so we can allow her to enjoy her 50th birthday.
I love it.
So how they can connect with you.
So you can dare to live differently today by contacting me on Instagram at the Joy Inspirer, on TikTok at the Joy Inspirer, and then on Facebook at Ahisha Kalima. You can also email me at ahishakalima@gmail.com. Any of those ways you can reach me, and I will respond, and I will be there to be the spark of joy for you.
All right. You heard it here. You ready for the game?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, 5 minutes of fun, not to be confused with 5 minutes of funk by Houdini, because I don't own the rights to that music. Let's start with this or that. And what you're going to do is just going to answer the questions, no explanations. You're just going to answer the questions, and we're going to move on. 5 minutes of fun. You ready?
Okay.
All right, this or that, breakfast or dinner?
Breakfast.
Night owl or early bird?
Both.
Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
All right. Top 3 movies. Your go-tos.
Shawshank Redemption. Dirty Dancing. And let me think. Top 3. Those are my favorite too. I don't know, Kendell. I really don't know about the third one. It's so many.
That go-to.
Yeah.
Or if it's on a million times, you're gonna watch it every time.
Let's see. Oh, that's a hard one. I'll say Braveheart. I know that sounds crazy, but that's the first thing that popped in my mind. I have watched that one over and over too. Yes.
Okay.
I love a good love story. What can I say?
Hidden talent.
What's that again?
What's your hidden talent that nobody knows about?
Hidden talent. You know what? I don't know if this is a hidden talent, but I can really, really cook. Like really cook. Throw down restaurant style cooking.
All right, I'm
and
coming.
Some people don't know that because I keep it to myself.
I'm coming. She's in Maryland, and I'm in Maryland too. Well, she's not there now. You know where she is, but I'm coming. And then I'm
inviting.
Really cook. Look, that's how
the door is still open. We just need to make time in our lives.
Right. All right. What makes you laugh out loud? Like crazily laugh.
Okay, this is terrible. I'm going to admit this. Somebody getting slapped, like a grown man getting slapped and him screaming about it. Like, I don't know why that makes me laugh when, like on TV, especially if it's unexpected and somebody gets slapped and they scream, it makes me fall out laughing.
They scream, the men scream like a
when the man, I think on How I Met Your Mother, there's a scene where they have a slap like contest thing, and there's this unexpected slap, and I must laugh till like tears come out of my eyes. I don't know why. I have no idea why that is. All right, and my children make me laugh till tears come out of my eyes too.
See? All right, last question. the song that makes you dance. Any song that you hear that every time it
It
comes
takes
on,
two to make a thing go right. It takes two to make it out of sight. I want to rock right now. I'm on bass and I came to get down. That makes me go and dance for every time. Every time.
Look, that does make you. And Kevin, I interviewed Kevin yesterday. Hey, Kevin. Kevin said his children make him smile too, laugh too,
Yes.
because they're funny.
They are,
Those
especially
people
adults,
that
right?
you give birth to are funny.
My two together could be comedians. Like just the way that they interact with each other, hilarious. Yeah. And let me tell you, the funniest thing to them is picking on their mom. So I roll with it. I love it.
They're good at
that. I love it.
It's
yeah.
funny. Especially when they join up. I'll be like, okay, y'all got jokes? Okay.
Oh, y'all not gonna tag team me. But it's all in fun, and it just makes me laugh. Their view of the world, their way that they think about things, to watch them go after their joy, all of it is just comical to me, and I love it. I really do. Yeah.
All right, everybody. That is Ahisha Kalima, the Joy Inspirer. Make sure you get a little bit of that joy. But Ahisha, I don't even have to tell you. Make sure you have a joyous day in Cancun, Mexico.
And I will. And I'll be posting, guys. I'll be sharing some of the joyous things that I'm doing to make you laugh as well. Listen, we're some crazy folk out here, but we're also full of joy. My whole family is on that Dare to Live Differently every day, and we are about it. And I want to say this one last thing. I am starting a joy movement. I want the world to be joyful. Listen, there are those of you who need my one-on-one. Come to me. I'm here for you. But I'm also ready to spread this energy to every single person. Do you know that if you are focused on joy, you can't be focused on hate? If you are focused on joy, you can't be focused on killing. If you are focused on joy, you can't be focused on racist. You can't be focused on being angry. You can't focus on two things at once. So I'm trying to focus all my intention on joy. I got time to be angry. I don't have time to be mad. I don't have time to be broke. I don't have time to worry about any of those things because I am focused on myself and joy, and I allow the universe, allow your God to work it all out for you.
And being angry is for suckers. Who want to be angry? Who want to sit there and have a scowl on their face? You better smile. You look so much better when you smile. That's what Kirk Franklin told me.
It is. But we know things come to make you angry. But could you imagine smiling through the things that made you the angriest?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
And there you have it. Ahisha, thank you so much for being a part of this first year anniversary of when you were on the last time. And Ahisha and I are cooking up something together. So stay tuned. We've been working on it.
Stay tuned, guys. Yes.
Stay tuned because both of us together, we're taking it up a notch. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss
another level.
But enjoy your birthday.
You're going to want to have your notebooks out for this show. You're going to have your notebooks out. Yeah.
Exactly. Let me see the comments before we end. The joy of the Lord is his strength. I control the wonder of he said he has twins. Thank you, ladies, for this amazing.
I help raise twins.
Joyful show. You are so welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you tuned in live or the playback, let us know what you think in the comments. Make sure you go over, if you're watching on Facebook, please go over to my YouTube channel and subscribe and leave comments, like, and share. It's so important that you do that as a YouTuber with content. I need you to travel over to YouTube for me, please. Hit the subscribe button if you already don't. Like, share, and comments. Thank you for watching, y'all. God bless.
Thank you. I'm so excited to hear from you all. Hit me up. I'm waiting.
Remember, you are a star, so don't allow anyone to dim them shine. Dim their shine. Until next time, God bless. Peace.